So hello everyone, we start with the lab class for this week. This lab class is based on graphics which we have learned in our lecture class. The first 4 questions I'm not going to do it because I have already explained with the lecture, so you can try to do it. First is draw a line from 10, 10 to 7. So this is x1, y1, x2, y2. Draw and fill a rectangle of width 100 and height 50 with the upper left corner at 10, 10. So you have to fill a rectangle. Draw and fill a circle with radius 30. So you can make choose any starting and ending point, but the radius is 30. Radius 30 means height and width will be the same, which will be 30. Question number 4, draw or fill an oval with width 50 and height 100. You can take the starting and the x and y as any point of your choice. Now let's start with question number 5. We have to draw a face like this. The specifications are given over here. Since this is a practice, so you are given the specification, but in case of your exam you won't be given any such specifications like draw and fill a read. You will get the questions later on. Like for here it has been given the face circle diameter is 100 and the top left corner at 1030. Blue circle eyes are of 20 pixels diameter and their starting and ending points are given, and the mouth line. So the points are basically given to you, the coordinates are given to you in this question. But when it comes to exam or when it comes to practical, this will not be given to you. You have to judge yourself with the practice. So let's start with this program to draw a simple face. Alright, I'm going to name this program as PR5 and I'm going to solve it with panel. You can try to solve the same program with frame by yourself so that you have hands-on practice on both. Alright, so let me just name it as PR5, which is program 5. So as usual, I am going to import the files first of all. So import javax.swing.star, import java.awt.star. Either you can import the files individually or you can import them collectively. It's up to you. I'm going to use jpanel as I said. Public class PR5 extends jpanel. So the method used in the jpanel is the paint component, whereas in frame it is paint. Public void p is small, paint component, graphics and G. You can make any object, it's not necessarily G. Alright, so first of all, face outline. We need to draw the face outline, the outer circle. Let's draw the outer circle and it's given to you. That means it should start at 1030 and the height and width is 100. So G dot draw oval. The coordinates are 1030 and width and height is 100. Since this is the first question, that's why coordinates are given to you. Now we need to draw the 2 eyes. So we will set the color first of all. G dot set color. Color dot blue. Now again I will use fill oval method. So it's 20 pixels diameter and it starts from 3060. 3060, one is from 3060, another is from 7060, but their diameter is 20 pixels. So G dot fill oval 3060 and their diameter is 2020. It's given over here. Again, for the second eye fill oval, the coordinates are 7060 and 2020. 7060 and 2020. And the last component is we need to draw a line. It's given over here. It's a red line. So first of all, we need to set the color to red. So I will use this statement, g dot set color and color dot red. I need to draw a line. What are the coordinates? 40, 100, 80, 100. So the coordinates are given to you here. G dot draw line x1 y1 x2 y2. Alright, so it's done. Now we come to the main method. Public static void main string args. Alright, so we need to make an object of the frame class. JFrame F1 is equals to new JFrame. Then I need to make an object of this class. PR5, P1 is equals to new PR5. I will add this class object. F1 dot add. I need to add this panel because so it's P1. I need to set the size. F dot set size. Set size is given to us. The dimensions are 220, 150. So it's 220, 150. Then F dot set default close operation. JFrame dot exit on close. Last one is visible property. We haven't set the title property. It's F1 not F. F1 dot set visible to true. Alright. F1 dot set title drawing face. Alright, so let's just run it now. Dimensions are small, so if you see over here, the face is drawn over here. I can increase the height and the width, and if you want, you can make it towards more center, or you can move it towards the center of the screen by changing the X and Y direction. Alright, so this program is done. Let's move ahead. I have another program, so I'm going to improve this program now. I'm going to draw these two faces. So I have to draw these two faces. So PR6, I will name it as PR6. I'm going to do this program in a little bit different way to tell you another programming tactic. However, you can improve this program in your own way to make two faces. But now I'm going to make a method called draw face, where I will pass 3 parameters, and then in the paint component method I'm going to call a draw face method. So this is another way of doing this program. However, you can try with the by giving different dimensions and using the same program. You must try it yourself. I'm going to give it in a different way, because you need to learn the different programming tactics also. Java x.swing.star, import java.awt.star. The more you practice, the more knowledge you will gain about the coordinate system. So it's not something I can teach you hard and fast tool. This is something you need to judge by yourself regarding the pixels, regarding the coordinate system. So more you practice, more knowledge or more experience you will gain for the coordinate system. This is something I can't, you can't just memorize it or something. You need to have an experience by practicing more. Public class PR6 extends JPanel. So I have the method public void paint component graphics G. I'm not going to write something over here in this method. I'm leaving it empty for a while because I want to make some method, static method, public static. This is another way of doing a program. Draw face, data hiding. So I will pass here graphics G, object of graphics G class, and x and y. Int x, int y. Now what are these two parameters? These two parameters are for these two parameters are for x and y, that means starting and the ending point, providing the drawing point on the screen. Alright, so our circle is black in color. Even if we don't set the color to black, it will do it. Alright, so let's just start making a circle. First of all, outer circle. Alright, let me just draw the first oval, face G dot, draw oval. I'm not going to give any starting and the ending point, rather I will just give x and y, but I'm going to provide the diameter, the radius for the circle, which is 100, 100. This x and y I will provide when I call the method. So now G dot set color, color dot blue. This is for the eyes. Now here also G dot fill oval. Alright, now whatever x and y parameters I give over here, whatever pass, I am adding 20 pixels to it. So this is something not defining the real coordinates, the approximate coordinates. So this is also one of the, this is actually the way you should do the graphics. Not y, should make y plus 30 because it should come a little down, and the diameter is 20, 20, same thing. So I have another eye because there are two eyes, both eyes are blue in color. Another eye should move towards the right, so I will make it as 60, but y should remain same because it should be drawn at the same point and the diameter should be the same. Next is I need to draw the mouth, G dot set color, the line, color dot red, and G dot draw line. Whatever x coordinate I provide, because I have drawn it at 20 and 60 means towards right, so 20, I must bring it down, little down, so maybe x plus 30 and y plus 70, maybe x1 y1, and then it should end at x plus 70 and y plus 70. So I am done with this. Now here what I am going to do, I am going to call the method drawFace, and I will pass the parameters, maybe initially 10, 30, the same parameters that I passed. So for the first oval, x and y will be 10, 30, 100, 100. For the second oval, it will be 10 plus 20, x is 10, 10 plus 20 is 30, and 30 plus 30 is 60, y coordinate will be 60. For the second oval, x coordinate will be 10 plus 60 is 70, 30 plus 30 is 60. So this is how we can set the coordinates. This is another way. This is actually more professional way of doing it. drawFace g comma 150 50. So no need to write g dot draw oval again, fill oval again. Rather we can do like this. This is actually a more professional way of doing it. So that's why I have done it. Now let's write the main method. Okay, I will just change the name over here, PR6, and that's it. I will increase the dimensions, maybe 500 and 500. Now you can like write again the same methods over here, g dot draw oval, g dot set color, g dot fill oval, set color, but that is not a programmer's way of doing it, because remember, if the statement has to be used more than once, we can make a method or we must find a way. Writing the same statement again and again is not a programmer's practice. So it's not a professional programming. So that's why I use the method over here and I use the x and y over here. Alright, let's swing. It's swing, it's not sing. Alright, so all the errors were because of this. Alright, now if you see, it has been drawn in red color because the last color that I set was red color. That's why this face has been drawn in red color. So what do I need to do? In the beginning, I need to set the color to black. G dot set color, color dot black. Now let's see how my program runs, whether I have two faces, the outline is black or not. Alright, so it's black color. Or for example, g dot set color, if you want to make it more beautiful, instead of draw oval, make it as a fill oval. So it now the face will be filled with yellow color, but the other one will, both the faces will be filled with the yellow color. So this is how you can make them more beautiful. Alright, so this is how. Okay, so it's draw oval. Alright, now why I passed graphics G object over here also? Because if you can recall, all these methods, draw oval, set color, fill oval, they belong to the paint component, which belong to the graphics class, and it is in the paint component. That's why I have to pass the graphics object over here. Now since I pass the graphics object over here, when I call it, I need to provide some parameter for the graphics G, so I can pass the same object over here. That's why I passed the graphics object over here. Alright, moving ahead to the next program. These are just the 4 lines which we have to draw it. So quite a simple program. Question number 7. I will do it in an incremental way. Alright. I will copy the code. This code I am going to copy it. But the paint component method I am completely going to erase it. So it's PR7. Alright. I just have the 4 lines only. So let's draw the first line. First line may start from like 30 or 20 or 30 something like this. G dot draw line, and it starts from 30 or 30 and goes up to straight. So it's Y. If you see, the Y is not changing, only the X is changing. So Y is same, maybe 200 or 150, 230. Alright, then I have another line. Alright, let's just do it in an incremental way. PR7, okay, and its lines. Let's just check how it works, where my line is drawn. So this is my straight line. Let me increase the size of my window, 500, 500. Let's draw another line. Let's start from where my first line ended. My first line ended at 200. I will keep Y as same, and here X2 as same, and then Y2 as 200. Let's just check it where my line is drawn. So it will start from 200 where my line has ended. Alright, so I started from 230 and then I went up to X2 position is again 30 and Y2 position is 200. So maybe 200 is here. Alright, let's draw the third line. So I'll draw the third line. Third line also I can just reverse it. I can start from 30, make it as 200, 200 and 200. So my third line will be drawn now. So if you see over here, I started from X1 is 30, 200, Y1 and X2 is 200. So X2 lies over here, maybe 200, and Y2 lies over here. Now my last line is left. Last line, G dot draw line. Now from where it should start, because it ended at 200, the X2 was 200, so I need to start from that X2 only, 200, and Y2 also was 200, and X1 Y1 should be 30 because I want to make it towards the top, because here X1 and Y1. So let's check it. I forgot to put it. G dot, okay, it's comma. So this is just playing with the numbers. So the lines have been drawn like this. Alright, just playing with the coordinate system. Question number 8 is, I have a line starting from 0, 0 and then I have a string crossing the line, almost crossing the line. Alright, so let's just make it PR8. I'm going to copy this. Alright, so it's PR8. I will erase all this method. I will make the object of PR8. That's it. Okay, so let's now draw with this. First of all, I will draw a line. I know that it starts from 0, 0. G dot draw line 0, 0. What are the coordinates? 0, 0, maybe 50, 60, 50, 50. Alright, let's just check it. My line, sorry, I have a syntax error here. Okay. What is test paint component? Title is test paint component. So my line is perfect now. Now I need to drawString method. I need to use drawString method. G dot drawString. What I need to write is banner, and now what is the position? Starting position should be 0, and if you see over here, it's not, this is 50, so maybe it's 35, and it's starting from the corner. 35 or 40, let's just make it 40, and if it's not 40, I will make it 35. Yeah, 40. Yes, almost, but let's just check it. Yeah, R is crossing, so R is crossing the line. Or let's just make it try to 45, where it goes. Let's just check it. This is how you can play with the coordinate system. You will get an idea. 45. Let's just check the output. No, R is crossing. So let's make it 40 was, let's make it 43. Yes, now it's fine. You can change the font, you can change the font color, you can change the font style of your choice for the drawString method. You can refer to the my previous lecture for how to assign a font. Alright, now what we have a second last program. So I have many shapes over here. I have a square, I have a circle, I have a rectangle, I have a line crossing them, and then I have two drawString methods. So this is what you now need to think of how to do it. Let's just try hidden trial method also, or PR9. So this is PR9. I'm going to do it in an incremental way. Alright, so first of all, let's draw a square. I don't have any method drawing a square. I have a method draw rect. Let's draw it 50, 50 and 40, 40. Because if you see, it's I mean not near to the corner, it's quite center in the screen. and let me just increase the size of my frame also, 500 and 500. Let's check the position of rectangle. So this is how you should actually try and run your program. Try it in an incremental way. So it's almost okay. Alright, now let me draw an oval. G dot draw oval. Let's check what is the position. It is most of the area lies inside the square. So what to take? Maybe 60, 80. Alright, before this, let's just draw the second rectangle. G dot, so that we can get an idea. Let's just draw the second rectangle. I can get an idea. So my second rectangle, what is the position of my second rectangle? It's near towards the end of the square. So maybe 50, 50, 40, 40. So 40 is the length and it starts from 50, maybe 60, 80 starting and ending point, start x1, y1, and it's longer. Width is longer than the height. Height is quite smaller. Let's check it out. Alright, so it's okay. Now I have the idea of drawing the oval. So it is intersecting, just touching the rectangle and more towards the square. Okay, so G dot draw oval. 75, 65, because it was 60, 80, so it's above there, and because it's a circle, it's not an oval, it's a circle, and it's very small. Let's check whether the coordinates are correct. Okay, let's check this figure. Yeah, so it's okay. Alright, now I have a line. Now line must cross this point. It must cross this point. So this point was at 60, 80. Alright, so this point was at 60, 80, but it must start something from here. Alright, so let's check it. G dot draw line can be from 35, 60 and goes towards down 100, 120. This is x2, y2. Let's check it out. Hopefully it will be correct. Okay, let's just check with the figure. Yes, it's correct. Line goes out of the figure also, touches the corner and starts out of the square. Now I have to write two texts also. I will use drawString method. G dot draw string. First one is this one. Out of clutter find simplicity. So this is above the rectangle. My rectangle started from 60, 80. So, and it's towards the end, 60, 80. This was the 60, 80 point. 60, 80, it was a 60, 80 point, and width is 225 from here. So let's make it, first of all, let's write out of clutter find simplicity. Okay, so maybe 1, 1, 10 and 70. Let's try with this coordinate. Okay, so it's fine. Now the last one is I need to write the text inside the rectangle. So here I need to write Albert Einstein, and it is inside the rectangle. So let's try with the coordinates something, because it was 11070. If you see, it was 11070 and it's starting a little bit towards the right. So 110, if it is here, maybe 130 or 140, 130 or 140, and it was 70, so the same y, only the x, we need to change the y also, and y was 70, so that means 70 lies over here, 100 or 110. I need to try it. Okay, let's try with 130 and 100. So this is how you have to take an idea. This you can do it by drawing the figures in the incremental order. So Albert Einstein. Alright, so this is how you can, with the practice, you can have the idea of the coordinates. Now I have a last program. Create a program that moves a red ball similar to what is shown. If I press up, it should go up, then left, it should go left, maybe by 10 pixels, 5 pixels. This is up to you how you define it. Then right, ball moves towards the right, down, ball moves towards down. Alright, I have already done this program. I will explain the code to you. Okay. So here is the code. Since this requires a layout and it has button also, first of all you need to plan for the layout, and from here it seems to be the border layout. The ball is towards the south and the buttons are towards the north. So I have a panel, and the 4 buttons, added the action listener, then on the panel I have added the buttons, then provided the background of the panel, and it's in the center and buttons are in the south. Alright, now I have action command. Now action command, it's up to you how many pixels you want to move the ball towards the right, towards the left, towards up, towards down. I made it 100 pixels. You can make it 10 pixels. Now after doing this, I have given the repaint method. Why? Because when my figure shifts towards this side, or up or down or towards this side, it should redraw the figure again. If I don't use this method, nothing will happen to my drawing or to my figure. Alright, now what we have done for drawing the, if you see over here, I think it's a wrong figure. There should be a ball written over here, and here there should be a rectangle. Alright, so in this case, why? Because I need to write the text, I need to fill the oval, I need to set the color, so that's why everything is in the paint component, and I have provided the use of the inner class over here. Alright, so let's just check it out. And in the main class, just make the object and set the visible property to true. Let's just try with this. I think I have attached the wrong figure over there. Now if you see over here, let me just go over here and explain you the code from here. So if you see, these are 2 ovals, not 1 oval. So the first, it's a drawstring ball, then fill oval, it will be with black, then set color to red, it's fill oval, it's a oval inside the oval, then light gray color, and it's a rounded rectangle. So if I move it up, it goes up by 100, down by 100, left by 100, right by 100. Now if you see, it's going quite up. Now let's just change the position, let me make it as 10. It should move by 10 pixels. Let's see what happens. So this is up to you, how many positions or how many pixels you want to move the ball. Alright, so when I move it up, it goes little up, down. It's not that much displacement. So it's up to you how many pixels you want to move it. Alright, so that's all about this lecture. We have done with the graphics lab exercise also, and the first 4 questions you needed to do by yourself, and for any queries, all your queries will be answered in the live class. So thank you so much.